Good evening, everyone.
Hello, hello.
How's it going?
Good, thank you.
That's good. I haven't talked to you all day,
I
so
know,
I
I
don't
haven't
know.
seen you all day. So good to see you.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. This was kind of a last minute. Yesterday, we decided to do this since
No,
we haven't been live. Yes,
No.
since we haven't been live in a while, and so we decided to
oh yeah.
do a live stream. What are you
Sorry,
doing?
I don't know.
I don't know
Yeah,
either.
it was yesterday. Just kidding. Because
So
we're on vacation.
yeah, we're on vacation. Lauren has safely arrived in London.
She just messaged us a little bit ago
Yep.
saying we are here.
So that's fun. So I'm sure she's not watching, but hello, Lauren.
Hi, Lauren.
If you watch the replay in all your spare time. But yeah, we're here to drink through some Knob Creek tonight.
Like this.
Yeah. Yeah, this has become kind of your favorite, right? When did that happen?
When we brought it to Lauren's house. You brought the Knob Creek 9 store pick.
Oh,
when we had dinner at their house
in
the summer.
Yeah,
that bottle got kicked.
That bottle had no chance.
No chance.
So
Thankfully, Rachel and Andy drove that night.
Yep.
And we arrived home safely.
Yes, we did. We did. Thank God for a designated driver.
Right. Well, drink responsibly, everybody.
Whiskey Nature, hello. Thanks for being here, Delan. That's Delan that you were chatting with on the Bourbon School community.
TWSS, Delan.
That's what she said. Shane, who should be on his way to his concert, but hello, Shane. Thanks for being here. Bob, good. I'm glad. I'm surprised you didn't have a reminder on your phone, but thank you for being here.
Hi, Bob.
Yeah. Hi, Bob. Brian and Deb, how's it going? Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts.
Hey guys, how's it going?
We'll talk a little bit about them tonight because we have a pick that we did with them that we're going to give away a sample for. So
my idea.
Yeah. And if you if you are not subscribed to Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts, make sure you go do that. They're a great channel. They're growing. They're almost to 500. And they're good folks.
Yeah.
So they're locals, and he really is he is in tune with the bourbon market in Western New York. So he can definitely he's definitely a good source of information.
Yeah.
Bryan and Deb are both great. So but yeah, thank you everyone for being here. We're gonna just wait a few minutes, let people come in, and then we'll get into our Knob Creek.
Hi, Alan.
Hey, Alan. We saw Alan twice this weekend at both picks. Yep. How's it going, Alan? Good to see you, brother. It was nice meeting you this weekend. There's Herman.
Hey, Herman. What's happening?
So Midnight Liquor is the store that we did one of our picks with, and we've actually done several more. And I just put something up on the Facebook community about this. We have done, and I can name who we've tried, right? Sure. And that they weren't up to standard. Sure. So we did Starlight, and they gave us 3 finished ones. One was a VDN, one was a double oaked, one was a, do you remember what the third one was?
No.
I don't remember.
Sorry.
But they gave us 3 finishes. And then we also did, what was the other one? Taconic we did that day.
Oh, right. Like Camp Taconic.
Which is a New York State one. And neither one of them were up for standard.
No,
up to our standards.
And everybody was kind of pushing like they really wanted to make a pick.
Yeah.
What's a puck? I don't know. And I honestly said, listen, you want to pick something that when Bourbon School and Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts make a selection, people will want to come and get it because they will say every time, oh, those guys really know what they're picking. So it's okay to be discerning and it's okay to pass.
And then yesterday we went back and did a Nashville Barrel Company
which
pick.
Bryan was super, super excited. He told me on the way when we were driving up, he's like, we're going to make a pick today. It's going to be delicious. We're going to pick something.
I was excited. It's MGP. It was right in the sweet spot. It was the 3 samples were 118, 119, 120 proof. They were like right where I thought like, oh, this is like the sweet spot for MGP. And they were all like,
they were just
fine.
Like, okay.
They were fine. And it finally came to a point where I was like, look, we aren't debating like 3 that are all 3 awesome, which is the best one to pick of these 3 awesome ones. We were trying to come up with one that would be good to pick. And that just wasn't, again, not up to our standards. So I will assure you, and this is what I wrote in the Facebook page, and I know that Bryan and Deb agree with me, and Nick, who's going to be joining us for the pick, agree as well, and Herman at the liquor store does too, Midnight Liquors. When we do a pick, it's going to be quality, because we aren't just looking to put our name on a bottle.
No.
We want to get a pick that's a really good pick, so
that you know that that palate is good, and what you're going to get is something delicious.
And we've done a couple, and they're good bourbons. None of them are high end bourbons. We did a Dickel 9-year and a Great Jones, which is New York City, and both are nice bottles, but they're pretty like common, you know what I mean? Like, they're not really deep, like complex bourbons. They're very nice basic bourbons, but they're good
and delicious. Like, honestly, after we had done the tasting on Saturday, I asked Herman, he had the Great Jones open. I said, can I taste that again? And I tasted it, and especially compared to the other stuff that we had tried that day, I tasted it and I was like, oh, this really is good. And Bryan poured me some Dickel the other night. And it was really delicious. Like, honestly, it's a nice pour. It's nice to have when you're sitting around. I think I actually had some in the hot tub. It was delicious.
So what we'll do tonight, we'll give away 2 sets of samples.
Yes,
you want
let's do two sets of samples. We're going to give you one of the Dickel pick, one of the Great Jones pick, and then Bryan has an awesome Infinity bottle, and he's going to give a sample from that as well.
Right. So the Dickel pick is from a store down here. We did this with
Kathy.
Sheridan Liquors. Kathy's probably not here, but Kathy at Sheridan Liquors, she's awesome. She's had us in for a few. We've actually passed on one there too, the Jefferson's Ocean one. But this is a Dickel 9-year, and I really wanted to make it a point to try to find one that was not that Flintstones vitamin minerally flavor. And this one is not
at all. No.
It's 100 proof. It's 9 years old. It's actually more like 10 years now, because I mean, it's been bottled and stuff, so it wasn't in the barrel as long, but it was barreled April 2nd, 2014. So that's, I mean, it's April 2nd. So this is exactly 10 years here. So we'll send you a sample of this Dickel pick. I know Delan has a bottle of this that he enjoyed. Alan Christensen got one yesterday. And yeah, Bryan, you're right. 100 proof is kind of uncommon. And it's funny, 2 of the samples were under. They were in the 90s. I think they might have been 90 or 92, or one might even have been 80. The Dickel samples we did, 2 of them were under 100 proof.
Oh yeah.
And then this was 100, and this is the one we ended up picking. And it was the best of the 3, and it didn't have that that mineral Flintstones vitamin flavor that a lot of people talk about. This is a nice, and you do get the age off it too. It's a nice, it's Tennessee whiskey, but this is a good one. So you'll get a sample of that. And then the other thing we're giving out is a sample of our Great Jones pick. That is from Midnight Liquors. There's our little tag. So Great Jones is in Manhattan. It's right in New York City. And I will tell you, and we've talked about this with Bryan and Deb and with Herman, when we were called to participate in this pick, and actually Nick from Grateful Dram on Instagram also partook in this pick. I was not overly excited about this, because their standard bottle is not great. Oh,
you mean like before we started tasting?
Yes. Oh, it tastes exactly like what a small craft distillery you would expect. It was kind of grainy and youthful, and it wasn't the best. But this one is 106 proof, and I think this was 6 years old. It had some age on it, and it's a really nice one. So
Bryan was pleasantly surprised.
Yes, and so we went with this one. This also was the highest proof one of the 3 samples that we had, and Herman actually said he sold like 2/3 of this.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's kind of cool. So we'll give you a sample of that, and then I've got my Infinity bottle here, and we'll hook you up with a sample of that as well. I just added a couple ounces of Buffalo Trace. I added a little bit what I had left of a Storytime pick, the Conviction pick.
He wanted to put some of his Old Forester single barrel proof in there, and I wouldn't. No. I said no. I said pour it in my glass.
Yeah. Here you go. Cheers. Look at this one for you.
I saw it.
Wait, where'd it go?
I saw it, Troy.
Yeah, Troy. Hey, Troy.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Troy.
Lauren never sounded better. There
Thanks,
you
go. Troy. And I saw Dave said hi to us. Dave Vogelsang said hello to us in the chat.
Oh,
and
hey, Dave.
We're going to be sampling 2 of your
Yeah, a couple of these
today
are your samples. So we are here tonight to celebrate Knob Creek. And this has quickly become, you graduated pretty quickly from liking sweeter, kind of lower proof stuff.
Yeah.
Woodford double oaked and like Maker's Mark you were kind of enjoying a little bit.
Yeah, and then you gave me the Old Forester. Gosh, I'm sorry, I'm blanking right now, but it was another starter one. What was the 80 proof? There's an 80.
Oh, no, the Old Forester 86. Just
yeah,
the it's not the signature. I forget what that one's called, the classic or whatever. But yeah, and then you pretty quickly graduated, and you surprised me a couple weeks ago. You said that this one, that Knob Creek, is probably your favorite, which was surprising.
It's in my top for sure. It's like my journey with wine too. I started out with sweet wine.
Yeah.
And then one day Bryan and I were out to dinner and I said, you know what, B, I want to try a red wine tonight. And he was very surprised. And I said, I just feel like I'm going to like it. And then I did. Yeah. And now give me dry red wine not every day, all day, but I mean, like I will take
AD.
What?
AD all day.
I like dry red wine. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, yes, my palate graduated on this too.
Yeah,
sure.
So we're starting. So the thing we're sticking with here, I mean, I think we could probably both agree, and maybe a lot of you out there would agree, that a Knob Creek pick, like a 120 store pick or a single barrel from Knob Creek, would probably blow these ones away.
Oh, for sure.
And that's why, when we did the bottles better than Blanton's, I said this a few times that I didn't want to pick something that was too high proof because it's really not fair. So I think a 120 proof is probably our favorite overall. But now we're going to kind of roll through. So basically we have the standard Knob Creek 9-year, Knob Creek 12, and then we have samples of the 15 and the 18 from Dave.
Thank you, Dave.
All of these are 100 proof. So we're kind of starting at the same level as far as proof. The only difference is age. And I know I can't remember which one you had at the restaurant, and you wouldn't remember, but I believe it was the 18. And I did have a sip of this and I did not like it. I thought it was bitter and over oaked, but now we're going to really give it kind of more of
I don't even know how that 18 got in my glass that night.
Yeah, I don't think it was good, but I'm going to give it another chance because that was a while ago. And so
it was girls' celebration birthday night.
Yeah.
I'm to be forgiven.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fair enough. So we're starting with Knob Creek 9. And here's what I'll say about Knob Creek 9 for me. If I go to a bar that only has something like Jim Beam or Evan Williams, then I'm probably getting a beer, because to me, a cheap beer is always better than a cheap bourbon.
Okay.
So like a basic bitch kind of bar, I'm probably just getting beer because they probably don't have.
Is that what you're saying about this?
No, I'm saying like Jim Beam white label or Evan Williams black label, or like the Four Roses, the standard yellow label. I'm not a fan of. So if there are bars like that, I probably am passing on. Oh,
keep going. It's good.
Okay.
Thank you for saying that, because he wanted to try changing the mics, and I was like, please, B, just leave it. We've worked it out. It's fine. Thank you very much, Troy.
I think we are going to try the single mic and see if we can go back to it. We used it like when we first started over at the other side. Too far away from it. We'll see. I might play around with it. We might test it out on a video and see how it goes.
I just bunked the mic, Bob. That was for you.
For the feedback, because I'm always worried about our sound, because that was the biggest thing we got at the beginning of doing this. Like, people would complain about the sound, so I am always like worried about that. So thank you for the feedback. I appreciate it. Bobby, what's up?
Bobby, especially me,
especially the producer. How's it going, Bobby? Good to see you, brother. So for me, like, the next step up of a bar is they have a little bit of variety in a bourbon.
Okay.
And generally speaking, when you get to a bar like that, they have Knob Creek.
Oh.
And that would probably be at that level of bar where it's not a huge bourbon list, but they're a little above a Jim Beam white label or 1 or 2 bottles, and they've got Knob Creek. I'm always getting Knob Creek.
So you're going to call this a mid-shelf?
Yeah, I would. I mean, price wise, it leans more towards the lower shelf, but I would say for me, this is like a very good starter for me.
Like to start the evening.
Yes. Okay. And I'm never disappointed in Knob Creek. And I am starting to get like Troy and Laura did the video about the not buying the bottom shelf bourbon and kind of starting more in like maybe the $40 or $50 area. That's where this is. And I would agree. This is a great start. I am also getting to the point. We had the Buffalo Trace 2 nights ago.
Yeah. I gave it back. What did I do? You tell.
You poured it out.
No, I didn't pour it out. I gave it back. I said, please get me something else.
She sent it back. Yeah, Bobby, it's the 9-year 100 proof.
I said, if I don't like it, I'm going to send it back.
Yes.
That's another Office reference.
So I think I am at the point now where I am ready to say anything under 100 proof I have no use for.
I agree.
Unless it's something finished like a double oaked, I'll still drink. Or like an exceptional finished bourbon that still comes in under 100. I have no use for bourbon under 100 proof. So
I'm always asking for
this is my starting
higher
point.
proof.
Yeah.
Always. Sorry. Yeah. Excuse me.
No, you're fine.
I'm a proof whore.
All right. So let's go with.
Yay, finally.
Yeah, I know. We've talked for 15 minutes. God, let's drink something.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, this is just the standard Knob Creek 9-year. This is like between $30 and $40 in your store. Ours was $50 because I think it's the 175. I think it's a 175. I don't think it's a 1 liter.
Don't ask me to. I mean, I have my glasses if you really want me to look.
Yeah, that's all right, Mother. You don't have to get your glasses out. Yeah, it's 175. It's supposed
Do you hear how he treats me? So rude.
Okay, Mother.
Oh, shut it.
Anyway, it's a bigger bottle. This one was 50.
Clearly. Did you have to spend all that time looking at the size of the bottle? It's clearly bigger.
I did. Okay. I did. I wanted to be able to speak like
articulately about the bottle size.
No, I don't care about being articulate. I was more wanting to speak like intelligently, but that's kind of out the window now too. So anyway, around us. Oh, it's a liter. It is a liter.
Oh, hallelujah.
Right. Thank God. I would have been tortured. So it's $50 for a liter. The 750 is around 40 around us. I know other people can get it cheaper, I think, but in New York State, things are always a little bit more.
We still haven't drank any bourbon.
I know. Let's go. Okay.
Goodness.
So 9-year.
Okay.
It's great. It's nutty. It's got caramel. It's got a little bit of vanilla. It's got a burn.
Oh, it's yummy.
And this is one that, like we always say, this is one you feel okay about drinking neat or putting in a cocktail. It's great in a cocktail. Like Knob Creek always comes through in a cocktail. And
at the end, I'm still getting like a nice nutty and vanilla-y
and the wood, the oak
up my nose even afterwards. Like I'm breathing out and I'm still tasting it. It's really good. I like when it stays a bit.
Yeah.
Like when
I
don't want it to disappear.
Your whole palate has that oaky
I got a
kind
nice
of flavor
burn
to it.
going down. Boy, there's a lot of That's What She Said references happening here.
Well, Bob, so if you came in late, Bob's asking where's the single barrel. We're not going to do the single barrel because that's 120. And I don't think that's a fair comparison. I think that's so much better and so much more delicious. So we're sticking with 100 proof. These
do we
all
have
these
a single
are
barrel here though.
We actually, no, we actually kicked that last night.
Oh,
yeah. So,
yeah,
this is good. Yeah,
I like it. It's yummy. I got a nice burn, like you said. I still feel the burn down.
Yeah. And it's just like.
It's a nice bourbon. It's a good sipper. That's what I would call it.
For a $40 bottle or sometimes in the 30s, I guess, depending on where you are. But for that level of bottle, it's good. And I think it's a perfectly fine sipper.
Yeah. So for example, if at nighttime, our son likes to watch The X-Files with Bryan. And I don't really watch it. I listen to my book. And usually Bryan will say, do you want something? And I say, whatever you're having. And if he would pour me this while I'm listening to my book, playing Toon Blast, I would not be disappointed or upset. It's a nice sipper for the evenings, and a nice evening sipper.
Yes, I agree. And and it's not killing you with proof.
No.
Like you can have 1 or 2 pours, you'll still probably be fine.
And
I will. And then if you put this in an old fashioned, it's going to be a great old fashioned. And I think I like it. So
me too.
Now let's graduate. So next is the 12-year.
Yep.
Also 100 proof. Obviously, it's 12 years old. I have talked about this one in the past being optimal Knob Creek. I know that Bob Chesbro does not like it. and actually ended up trading me for some Weller 12. So I gave him the rest of my Weller 12 and he gave me the rest of his Knob Creek 12. And I feel like I got the better of that deal. Optimal Knob Creek, in my opinion, it is a perfect proof and age. And that's why I'm a little like wary of these two. I know the 18 I had, I didn't like. I have not tried the 15 yet, but I feel like you're going to start getting diminishing returns by that past that 12 year.
Wait, just give it another fair shake.
I will give it a fair shake for sure.
You might have been a little distracted by your wife who had been overserved.
Well,
and
maybe.
You know.
So Dave Vogel says he loves the 12-year, almost a perfect bourbon, and I agree. This is ideal proof and age.
Wait a minute. There was a video where I was producing, and you asked me for my favorite when you said it was the Double Oaked, and I was like, no, it's the Knob Creek.
Yes, you said the Knob Creek 12.
And then Dave agreed with me, and I felt so like, I was like, yes, he's an expert. So, and you said that exact same thing the last time. So cheers, Dave, and thank you.
Yeah.
I keep getting distracted. Do you know why?
Why?
I am not used to seeing my shoulder the same height as yours.
Oh yeah, she's on two booster seats.
I'm on two booster seats tonight.
So she could be a little bit, show them what it's like if your booster seat's not there.
You really want me to do this?
Yeah, let's see. You want to see this? This is awesome. Check this out. This is my 5'1" little Italian woman wife.
Oh, I just bumped the mic again, Bob. You're welcome. You ready?
There it is. It's like drinking bourbon with the Lollipop Guild.
How dare you?
Yeah, well, you put your booster seats back. So anyway, yeah, Knob Creek to me, I think agree, Laura. It is so good. It is delicious. And my term is optimal Knob Creek. I love it. So let's get into it.
Wait, I'm just going to say it's perfect. It's almost a perfect bourbon. Wait a minute, Dave. I want to know, what do you consider the perfect bourbon then?
Hey, Sean, what's up? Oh, wait. It jumped on me. There's Sean. How's it going?
Hi, Sean.
Dandy.
Okay.
John, nice to see you guys as well.
This here?
Yeah, that's the 12 right there.
Did you drink water?
I didn't.
Okay.
It smells so good.
It
like
really
you're starting
does.
from such a good base and then just adding time onto it. And I think this is going to be good.
Okay.
I promise. Oh. The burn is totally smoothed out.
You said that word.
I didn't say it was smooth, but you know what? I will say it's smooth. I think that's bullshit that people are like, you can't say smooth.
Well,
yes, you can.
The other day we made a video and I said the word smooth. And then when we cut, Bryan was like, people don't like that word smooth. And I was like, I'm sorry. It just tastes smooth. I don't know what else you want me to say.
I think that the Knob Creek 12, all of any rough edges that this Knob Creek 9 has, the standard bottle, are just totally rounded out. You still get that the oak flavor, you still get the nuttiness, and you still do get a little bit of the burn in the back, but it is everything is just so pleasant.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just such a nice pour.
Easy.
Yep.
Is that a better word for me to say? Can I say it's easy?
It is definitely an easy drinker, and it drinks much. It does not drink as proofy as the standard.
Gosh. Okay.
And I think that's because that age just mellows it.
It fills my mouth nicely too. It feels really good in there. God. What are you supposed to say? I mean, we're talking about stuff in your mouth and how it tastes. Forgive me, but it filled my mouth nicely. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. It's a nice mouthfeel.
Thank you. Okay. So yeah, I think that is as good as I remember.
Delicious.
So save a little, because then we'll do the Benny Walker blend at the end.
I got a little. I got plenty in there.
So
okay.
So far, what do you guys prefer? Like, put in the chat what you prefer. Do you prefer the 9, the 12, the 15, or the 18? Because I think I've obviously seen a few people who are, fans of the 15 or 12 for sure. We're getting into the 15 now, and like I said, we've not had this before. I think this might be the only one that neither of us have ever sipped.
For sure. Yeah.
But yeah, this is from Dave Vogel.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate you. I don't know why I'm shaking it.
I don't know.
But I will.
But stop now.
Okay.
So weird.
All right. So Knob Creek 15, again, this is a 100 proof. He's even got the release number. This is release number KC001.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to keep it light.
We have to.
But you can see they are progressively getting a little darker.
However, I suggest whichever one we like the best. After the show, we have another nice, not light pour.
Okay. That's cool.
We're on vacation.
Yeah.
Oh God, Tuesday. Excuse me.
Tuesday, we are, I don't know if everybody knows this, but we are in the line of totality for the eclipse.
So exciting. We're having a totality party here.
Our county, we live in Chautauqua County in Western New York. Our county is expecting between 300 and 500,000 people next weekend.
We have two like private airports here. There's the Dunkirk Airport and the Jamestown Airport, and they are expecting 500 flights apiece, which is a lot for our little town. So Bryan's school actually called it. They're closed. I have a half day in-service day. So I have to work remotely, but I told my kids and Bryan that we're going to have an eclipse party with just the four of us.
On the patio.
Bryan's going to smoke some chicken and ribs. I'm going to make moon pies. And I think half and half, black and whites. Well, this is interesting stuff.
Yeah.
People want to hear about it.
But we got an extra day basically on our vacation. So
I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about it. By the way, if you're going to take pictures of the eclipse and you live locally, you need to cover the camera with your eclipse glasses on your cell phone. Otherwise, your camera will break just like your eyes. I learned this at an assembly at school.
Holy cow.
Shh, stop influencing me. Thank you. It will be a good time.
Laura, it will be a good time. We are just hanging at home because honestly, to leave the house would be insane.
Madness.
It's going to be crazy out there. We're kind of tucked away on a little circle, so we can kind of sit back here and not worry about going to town and everything.
We're going to get gas. Actually, Bryan and I have a date tomorrow. We're going to go to BJ's, get some food, get gas, and be ready for the weekend.
So, okay.
Did you sip this already?
Yes.
I got totally distracted.
My initial feeling on this one, what I'm getting is fruit, which I never get.
Never.
Like that first sip was extremely fruity to me. I'm going to sip it again, but a lot of the nuttiness was gone. It was a little fruity, and I don't get as much wood, like oak flavor in this one as I did on the 12.
I just respectfully disagree.
Okay, well, I have to, let me drink some
cleanse
water.
It.
And see,
Cleanse it.
Bryan says he has no desire to try or buy 15 and 18. He would try them though. Yeah. I mean, I've never bought them because they're, I think respectively, the 15 is like 129 and then the 18 is like 189. So we don't buy over 100. So I probably would never buy them unless I found them for a deal. Thankfully we got samples. So,
oh my God.
You like it?
Okay.
Now I've heard people say they like the 15 better than the
Bryan. Sometimes when he makes a cocktail, he has these cool things that can make a cocktail smoky.
Oh, the cocktail smoker.
Yeah, and I am getting that kind of flavor out of this, and that's what I'm getting, and it for me it is delicious.
You get a little bit of toasty, like almost like campfire wood for double oak notes,
and I lean towards that. That's like the way that I feel. I'm not getting fruit, but I am getting an overwhelming smoky flavor.
There's definitely some smokiness or some roastiness, like it's like that campfire flavor, and it's good. I would not. I would like not.
It's burning
throw this out of my bar.
It's burning my belly in that nice Kentucky hug way. I don't know why. This is delicious.
Yeah, it's like
really good.
It's like a wood for double oak without all the sweetness. But it has some of that other character to it. It's actually not bad.
I don't think the bad review or what you've heard about it for me, personal taste, right? And Bryan told me not to apologize for my my taste.
Just say it.
So I'm going to tell you I am getting a beautiful smoke flavor without sweetness, a nice burn in my belly, and this is something that I could easily enjoy.
Yeah.
And am enjoying this evening.
So this is the first one. We haven't had many things over 15 year or over 12. We've had the Elijah Craig 18, which we actually liked, and a couple others. generally the older it gets, for me on my palate, the more bitterness I get. And I guess they call that being over oaked.
You have said you've tasted mold on things like that before.
Yeah,
like that,
like musty barrel.
Musty. Yeah.
This does not have any.
I am not getting that. But we need to have another set of glasses if you want to do the Benny Walker thing.
Do you have them over there?
No, I'll just go over there and grab.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We can do the blend in there. We can rinse one of these. So the deal is, we've broken a ton of Glens, and I just haven't gotten around to ordering them. So we're down to like, I think 8 Glens or something. So yeah, we're getting low. I got to order some.
Very unprofessional of me to get up and down. Sorry,
that's
guys.
all right.
We're not a professional show.
Bob, yes, you can get it this year, or I'm sorry, you can get it locally. I think Kathy right up at Sheridan has it. I think the other one right here in town has it, East Main. This is not by any means, I don't think, a hard bottle to find. I found it everywhere.
Your glasses.
And I agree with this. This is what else. Well, I'm not done with this one.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do your blend.
No.
Okay.
No, we got to drink one more. We got to drink the 18.
I know, but I just poured all those into my.
Oh, okay.
Picking up what I'm laying down.
So yeah, so we'll do that. I need a little more 15 in here.
Okay.
Okay.
There. Now and that glass is ready.
9.
Wow, I really like that 15.
Here's
you
my
guys.
12.
I really liked it. A lot.
So we're blending them up, and we'll try these at the end. A little bit more 12 because mine was a little light. Yeah, that's my favorite. So RJ, I agree with you 100%. Knob Creek is probably the best value proposition of all these, as far as what you're getting age and quality wise. Because especially now, the 12 around here, I don't know about around you guys, but when 12 first came out, it was it's $80 everywhere.
Oh,
everybody was selling it for $80. And I thought it's high, but it's lower than our threshold. So I grabbed one and loved it. So I bought a couple cents. I am a fan for sure. But yeah, now it's down to pretty much universally around here, with a few exceptions. It's down to $50 or $60. A lot of places have gone down to $49.99, and I think that is because, yeah, right, Brian. It dropped $15.
I got it.
It's down. It's down $50 or $60 depending on where you go. And I like some of the bigger shops. You see it for $50, and that is a tremendous value, because now you're talking about $10 to $15 more than the standard, and I think that's a steal. So. All right, so now this is our 18 here, right?
Okay, yep, okay. 18.
So 18, again, 100 proof, 18 years old.
I love that you did a fair, like, they're all 100 proof. We're comparing apples to
apples.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to, I mean, I think we can both agree, we probably, if we were reaching for any of these, it would be between the 12 and maybe a 120, like a store pick.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think the store pick would probably beat any of these out for us, but we wanted to kind of go across the line of 100 proofers. So this one says 18 years, release KC002. So these must be batched, and this is batch 2 or whatever.
Sure.
So, all right, let's
ready?
see here. It's funny. They all have a very similar nose. This one smelled the most ethanol. The other 3 are very similar.
Yeah, I agree.
Although I will say, as you go up in age, they get a little more fruity.
This has the most fruity.
It's fruity
nose of all that we've tried this evening, of the 4. You tried already? Jeez, I was still talking.
Nope. It's fine, but it's sharp on your tongue.
It's got a funk at the end.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's like a musty barrel.
No, honestly, no, babe. But I don't get a musty barrel. But it's the bourbon funk that turns me off to some bourbons that I will not. If it tastes like that, I'm not going to waste my pour.
So it is extremely easy drinking. Like it doesn't really burn at all. It's really rounded out. Like as you go up, honestly, I think it's actually a smoother pour than the 15.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's smoother than the 12, but it's smoother than the 15. But it has that, a lot of older whiskeys that I've had, they get that sharp bitterness because they're older. It's like, and some people might call it over oaked. I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but I always get a sharpness in an older bourbon like this on my palate, and it's unpleasant because it's kind of bitter. It kind of burns a little bit. I was just going
to say bitter,
and I'm not a fan.
Nope, I agree. I completely agree. This one would be a pass for me. If I try to stick to 2 pours a night, right? Because I'm small, and anything above that is no good. I would not waste my 1 of 2 pours on this at all.
Yeah. My assessment is this is fine. It's not $180 fine.
Oh God.
No way.
No, heck no.
I would never buy this at 180. I would say if you could find it for $100, I might keep one on the shelf.
Just to have it?
Just to have it. And like,
no,
it's one of those things where, hey, let's try this 18-year-old bourbon. I think there's
to have like friends over and say, hey, let's try. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. But I am, there's no way I'm ever buying this at $189. I don't think it's bad. I just think the flavor profile doesn't hit for me. I think that extra age bitters it a little bit, and it's just not.
And also, honestly, Bryan doesn't keep things on his shelf that he's not willing to open. Everything he has, he opens. He doesn't save things. That's just not the kind of collector he is.
So in honor of Ben Walker,
I did it.
We threw them all together. If you're not subscribed to the Bourbon Note, I think most people here are, but if you're not, go to subscribe to the Bourbon Note. Ben always does a Benny Walker special. If they taste several things, he'll end up blending them together. So now, are you ready for the numbers on this blend? This is the Ben Walker math.
We talked about this, right?
Yes, but we're still going to do it.
It's 400.
We now have a 400 proof. Wait, we're not done.
Oh, excuse me.
400 proof, 45, 54-year-old bourbon.
Oh, we don't.
All right.
We don't have that. Law of averages, people. Basic math.
400
you have to
proof.
Add these up and divide by 4.
This is 400 proof.
He teaches social studies. I teach math.
400 proof, 54-year-old bourbon in the glass.
You always believe the wife anyway.
Yeah, well.
Thank you.
It's a joke, right?
Still.
Smells great.
It's delicious.
Oh, that's really good. You still get a little bit of the bourbon, like the
you're getting a
bitter,
a little bitter, but there's a lot more nut and a lot more oak. Good Lord. If you're going to put me on here and ask me to talk about it, you've got to let me talk.
Would you say there's a lot more nut and wood in the glass?
Well, yes, Bryan, I would.
Okay. Just checking. Myron, what's up? Good to see you. Thanks.
Hi, Myron.
If you guys are not subscribed to the Whiskey 6, our next live stream, I think, is April 24th. So in a few weeks, we're going to have Steven from Tipsy Whiskey Shenanigans Whiskey. But if you're not subscribed, go subscribe. We're trying to build a little channel over there.
Hey, and guess what? I produce that show too.
Marieanne produces that one as well.
I sit behind the camera and I have a little dry erase board and I count down the time for their topics.
She holds up numbers.
And I remind him who he should go to next because he hosts the show. And I tell him, go to Myron, go to Bobby, go to Ben with my little dry erase board.
Yeah.
Don't call me a not supportive wife.
And I see Sugar Kitty in the chat. Sugar Kitty, when Lauren, still have an empty. Samples. I still have a full box unopened of scotch over there that when Lauren gets back in town, we'll do a little live stream and go through some scotch. I'm not optimistic, but I am always willing to try something. So we're going to go through some scotches with Sugar Kitty hopefully soon.
Scotch.
So what do you think of the blend?
It's delicious. I'm going to finish mine. Not right. I'm not going to chug it, but I'm going to drink the rest of this.
It honestly doesn't have any strong features of any of them. It is just like a smooth, nice pour of bourbon.
Yeah.
Has some of the nuttiness you would get out of Knob Creek. But
I said that and he made fun of me. I guess when he says it, it's okay.
You know what, Myron? So Myron said he's getting a lot of dark fruit off of Knob Creek single barrels lately. It's funny on these ones, the higher we went, the more fruit we got on it, which for me is a kind of a weird, I don't get a lot of fruit usually, but we got fruit as we went up in age.
The 18 was the
it was the fruitiest.
The 18 was definitely fruity. And also bittery.
It was bitter. Yeah. The oak definitely bitters it a little bit. It was a little bit, I guess, astringent, they would say.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm a smart guy, fancy man with likes fancy things. So, yeah. So, I guess, so now I guess we have to say you've had all 4 in a row.
I'm sorry. I was reading comments.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
We've had all 4 in a row now.
Yeah.
So the question is, if I was going to hold a gun to your head and say you can have 1 pour of Knob Creek, not a pick. So you can't go with those, and you can't go for the smoked maple because who will? You've got to pick one of these 4. What are you going with? I know what you're going to say.
I'm going to say the 15.
15. Okay.
I loved it. I loved it. It was because of that extra smokiness in there. Yeah. I mean, I would not. Okay, I say this a lot too. I wouldn't turn my nose up at any of the offerings here.
No,
although the 18 I wouldn't take. I would pass on the 18 truly because of that ending.
So you're going. So what are you ranking? 15 is number 1.
15, 12, 9, 18.
Okay, and I think I would go 12, 9, 15. Well, I guess the 15 and 9 are a toss up for 2 and 3 because I did not mind the 15. I guess I'm more thinking of price. And it's just like I would not buy it.
Yeah, and you asked me based on
on taste.
I wasn't thinking price.
So I'll go 12, 5, 9, 18.
There's no 5.
12, 15, 9, 18.
Okay, so we just flip-flop the 15 and the 12.
Yeah, you like the 15 the best. I like the 12 the best. So 12, yeah. That's I think that's fair. I think they're all good. I mean, listen, if you buy a Knob Creek, you're not going to get a bad bottle unless it's the smoked maple.
Oh, we have that.
Yeah, we have it right there.
What are you going to do with that?
Cocktails in the fall. Okay. I mean, listen, it's not a neat pour by any means. The smoked maple is super, super sweet. And
did I even try that?
I don't know. You want to try it if you want. No. We had it at the bourbon dinner at Skunk and Goat. It was the dessert course. Did you try that?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh, because they couldn't get the Woodford.
They couldn't get the Woodford double oaks. Yeah.
Yep.
Pennsylvania. Ugh. So yeah. The smoked maple is nice for a cocktail. I like, you can make like a smoked maple old fashioned and go 50-50 with like the smoked maple Knob Creek and some regular Knob Creek, or really any bourbon. But I usually go 50-50 with 2 Knob Creeks, the smoked maple and the 9-year. And it makes a nice old fashioned. You actually can dial back the simple a little bit because it is pretty sweet already. So
I prefer to taste more bourbon in my cocktail than the other stuff.
But the smokiness in the maple makes a nice thing. I would love to do another pairing dinner. Bob, go call the folks at Skunk and Goat and we'll do it. Actually, I've got
we have a couple feelers out here.
Yeah.
Locally.
Excuse me. We've got a couple of local places we're talking to. So just pour the Knob Creek maple over vanilla ice cream.
I wonder if I could make a dessert with that Knob Creek
maple.
Absolutely.
Like a bread pudding.
Is it?
Knob Creek maple, smoked maple bread pudding. I'm here for it.
I don't know if you guys know, but I'm a pretty good baker. I can't cook.
Well, they know
shit.
You baked all the cookies for the Christmas.
I can't cook. Well, I can cook. I don't like to cook, but I love to bake.
Yeah.
I just made some hella good lemon sweet rolls for Easter. Want to do your giveaway?
So yeah, let's talk about our giveaway real quick, and you can while you're doing that. I'm
gonna have to move my mic now.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna do a giveaway of some samples here. I'll talk about what the samples are. Hey, John, what's up? I'll talk about the samples are. So for right now, I want you guys in the chat to enter in. You're gonna put store pick. Okay, just enter store pick into the chat. And everybody who does that will go ahead and be entered into the giveaway. And then I'll tell you what we're giving away. I did at the beginning, but we'll do it again right now, just so everybody is aware of what they're entering for. So you're going to put store pick in the chat. And here's what we're going to be giving away. We're going to give away 2 sets of 3 samples. So we're actually going to have 2 winners. All right. So our first sample that we're going to give away is going to be of our George Diggle pick. This we did at Sheridan Wine and Spirits, which is right down the road here from my house. Kathy is the owner there. She invited us to come do a pick. We're hopefully going to do a few more with her in the future. But yeah, here. But this was the first one. It's a George Dickel 9-year Tennessee whiskey. And here's what I will tell you. I know a lot of people sometimes cringe at George Dickel because they always talk about it having that like vitamin, minerally. I've heard so many people say Flintstone vitamins. And I will tell you, when I had the 13-year-old bottled in bond, I got that minerally flavor from it. This one, not so much. This one is really leans more towards just a really nice standard bourbon. Okay. You definitely get the age. You don't get a lot of mineral in it. It's a nice pour. It's an 100 proof. Brian Fisher from Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts um, said that it's kind of rare to see a Dickel pick that's 100 proof, and this is 100 proof. It was the highest proof one that was offered, and we liked it the best. And again, I said at the beginning, we've done a few picks with Midnight Liquors up in north of Buffalo, and we've passed on a few now. We aren't picking just anything. So this is a pick we really enjoy. And so we'll give you a 2-ounce sample of the Dickel pick. The other one is our Great Jones pick. Great Jones is in New York City, and they are, a smaller craft distillery. And I said earlier I was not crazy about doing this pick because I had their standard and it was not great. It was grainy, it was youthful, all that. So
another bump for you, Bob.
And so I really enjoyed this one. This we did at Midnight Liquors with Brian and Deb from Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts and with Nick from Grateful Dram. You can find him on Instagram, but he's another local guy. And we picked this, and this was the highest proof one. It's 106 proof. I think it was like 6 years old, and it's good. It's another one that's more of like a standard bourbon, but it's a really a nice bottle, a nice pour.
It's got a nice, delicious flavor.
So,
listen, it shouldn't matter like the cost.
No.
If it's a good bourbon, it's a good bourbon, and it tastes good. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it.
So, and then lastly, a pour from my infinity bottle, 2-ounce sample from my infinity bottle.
Show them your lovely book.
I have, my wife got me this a couple of years ago. She got me this book so I can keep track of what's in it. It's like a leather bound. I actually think Laura and Troy have ones very similar to this. I saw them using them the other night on their video where they did the $50. Notes. Yeah. But most of the stuff is, so I started the base of this was, do you remember how long ago you got me those Jefferson's wood experiment bottles?
Oh God, for Christmas, like with those little, no.
A few years back,
I
got like this set of
it's when you were first delving
Jefferson's wood finishing project. So it was like these 5 sampled, like 200 milliliter
they
bottles.
Looked like test tubes, like
science. No. They were like the bottles we had yesterday, the Nashville Barrel Company bottles.
Just kidding. Oh,
remember those?
Yeah.
And I started it with that. So it's got wood experiment 3, 4, 12, 6, and 10. That was the base.
Do you have a date on there? Looks like you do.
Yeah, 128. Oh yeah. 128, 2020.
Oh, so COVID.
So, we started during COVID, I guess. But yeah, it's got some Buffalo Trace, some Bullet, Woodford, 4 Roses, some OGD, 3-chord toasted. It's got a bunch of different stuff in. They're all bourbons. The only one that's not strictly a bourbon is I did put a couple ounces of JD triple mash in there. But there's even some Elijah Craig barrel proof in here. A couple of, recent picks from there's a Russell's pick. There's the Clyde Mays pick from Elma. So, whenever I have like maybe a little less than a pour to go, I'll throw it in. So we'll send you a 2-ounce sample of that. Yeah. So if you just came in or if you're not entered in yet, just put store pick in the chat.
I have
and
everybody
we'll put you
so
on
far.
the wheel. Mm-hmm. No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't. Because this Gunner L just put store pick in. So,
just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah. So she'll work on getting caught up. It looks like maybe Gunner L. It might be the only one. I'll just go back a little bit just to be sure. So the last one before that was Sugar Kitty. Did you get Sugar Kitty?
Yes.
Okay. So,
Myron.
oh yeah, Myron, you got him? Yeah. Yep. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So, do you want to share your do you want to share your screen? Because
I can because I'm in. Yep.
Yeah,
Okay. I have
you're
to put
as the producer.
my glasses on again.
Last call for store pick if anybody wants to get entered in.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
we'll share the screen.
Share screen.
For the Wheel of Names.
There it is. Share. And
there we go. Wheel of Names.
Okay.
So go ahead and shuffle it a couple times.
Oh,
that's
nope.
okay. That's okay.
Sorry.
We'll shuffle it next time. So our first winner.
Oh, right.
We're first set of samples is
RJ
going to RJ. Congratulations, RJ.
Shuffle 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And here we go.
Second set is going to Sugar Kitty. All right.
Wonderful.
Awesome.
Congratulations.
So RJ and Sugar Kitty, you're going to go ahead and send an email. Will you put this in the comments, our email address? bourbonschool100@gmail.com. Sugar Kitty, I think I might have your address, but I'll double check. RJ, I sent you something a while back, but I don't think I still have your address. So if you guys want to email me your address, bourbonschool100@gmail.com, it's in the chat. And we will get those out to you this week. So congrats to RJ, congrats to Sugar Kitty, and awesome. I hope you enjoy the picks because we had fun picking them.
They were fun. It was fun.
It's fun doing a pick. If you ever get a chance, I highly recommend it. And we're going to, we have a couple more coming from Midnight, a couple coming from Sheridan down here. We're going to try to invite some listeners along or viewers along for one or two of them. So stay tuned for that. We'll throw something up to have a little contest. I've done it in the Facebook group so far, but maybe I'll do one on the YouTube page and open it up to maybe some more people. But
Bryan, you're crazy.
I am. But speaking of Facebook, if you're not a member of our Facebook community, Bourbon School community on Facebook, we do giveaways and we're there. Marieanne, Lauren, myself, we've got a bunch of people who are there. A lot of
experts in the
as
group.
Experts that will,
if you have a bourbon question, somebody will answer it for you.
And if you have an Irish question, I can answer it. Stacy's going to answer it for you, So
also there's a Patreon, so maybe consider doing that. They do mystery box Fridays, giveaways once a month, early release on Monday. No,
Sunday. So I just did some improvements to our Patreon because honestly, I was really slacking off on it.
What made you think to do improvements to your Patreon, Bryan?
I don't know.
Me.
Was it you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. My wife browbeating me.
Browbeating?
But anyway, the Patreon, we have kind of a schedule now. I actually took some of the inspiration from Troy and Laura and their Patreon because they have a very organized kind of buttoned up Patreon. So we're have an update on Sunday, early access to Monday's video, and that's for everybody, paid and free. And then Wednesday, early access for paid members. Friday, mystery box videos for paid members. And then every month we do a giveaway. Ben Walker from the Bourbon Note just won our Irish whiskey giveaway. So I'm going to be sending those out to him. So you have to remind me, I have a few boxes to send out or hand deliveries to make.
We have time tomorrow actually. And Friday.
Yeah.
So Whiskey Nature said, if you want to learn about The Office, you can learn about it there too on Facebook. We're huge fans of the show. It is always on in our house. Unless there's a YouTube live going on, live stream, and then that's on in our house.
So so that's kind of what's going on. And tomorrow, our video coming out tomorrow is Lauren and I doing
part two
of our
what did you call
phase
it?
two,
Phase
because
two.
it's like it's as important as the MCU.
Right, got it.
Phase two of our Buffalo Trace Haters project. We're trying to decide if we are just haters or if it's really overhyped. So tomorrow we're taking a look at Eagle Rare. The first one was last week or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
And we did just standard Buffalo Trace. And I ended up picking it as my favorite in the blind.
And unfortunately, why are you giving it away?
I'm not. I'm saying Buffalo Trace.
I'm sorry.
Why are you giving it away?
I'm not giving anything away.
Okay, good. I picked Buffalo Trace as my favorite in that first one. And it was very surprising. And especially because last night we had some, or 2 nights ago.
I gave it back.
And it was like, I was like, this is so boring. So that was one of the things that inspired me to say I'm done with like under 100 proof bourbon.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not enough for me. Not exciting enough. So, Gandy Road is watching The Office right
Oh,
now.
which episode
What
are you
episode,
watching?
Gandy?
Give me a hint. You don't even have to say. Just say one thing that's happening, and I'll know what it is.
Where did we leave off upstairs? It was the one where they were.
I don't think it was live. It was with
It was live. I turned it on.
It was handsome guy. What Popeye
Yeah,
episode?
Danny Cordray.
Danny Cordray.
Popeye. That Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So what's after that?
I don't know. What?
The Buffalo Trace Haters Project. Look, Bobby says, don't talk back to the producer.
Thank you, Bobby.
Yeah,
that's right.
I know, Bobby. You have one yourself. You know how this works. You have to, the producer is like the wizard behind the curtain. You have to be good to the producer and make sure.
You're lucky you dug yourself out of that fast. I was wondering where that was going.
Well, I'm a teacher. I have to think on my feet. So I definitely dug myself out of that hole for sure.
Or did you?
I did. So yeah, we're going to do a mystery box. We'll actually probably do that tomorrow or Thursday.
Mm-hmm. And then the Eagle Rare video that they have in the tank is the last one we have with Lauren because she got sick in the last set of filming.
Well, not the last one ever.
No. The last one in the tank, I just said.
Yeah.
So the next couple that you're going to see are going to be with me. So just a sub, not a replacement.
Correct. Yeah. So what do you think?
Actually, we have some good ideas coming up for the next couple videos.
Do we?
I actually have to do research, but you have to remind me what I have to do research about. We thought of it last night and now I can't remember.
Did somebody write it down?
No. That's a problem.
Perfect.
When you're well into your almost 50s, you have to write things down right away.
No, Sugar Kitty, I'm the scarecrow. I am the scarecrow. No ruby slippers for me because I said you were the wizard behind the curtain.
Oh.
See how that works?
Got it.
Wizard of Oz. You ever heard of it?
Yeah. Sorry.
So, hey, we're gonna keep it kind of short tonight. We're just about an hour in. We're gonna say goodnight. Thank you all for tuning in. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, I like streaming with you. Thank you for stepping in. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'm hoping that you will let me finish the 15-year when we go upstairs.
You can finish the 15-year because I don't want it.
I want it.
Okay. Real quick, I'm just going to take a look at YouTube and see where I'm sending you guys. Bourbon Bar is on right now. They're probably finishing up. So if you want to go check them out, Lauren and gosh, I can't remember his name. They're nice folks though. Holden, they're over there. It looks like, hold on, I'm going to hit my live button.
Oh boy, Bryan.
What?
This is like dead air.
Bourbon Junkies, 8:00. My Bourbon Journey, 8:00. Bryan and Deb, Buffalo Bourbon Enthusiasts. They are actually premiering a video at 8:15. Okay. They are reviewing this pick right here, this Great Jones pick that they participated in. And then at 9:00 tonight will be 21090. And so you got a full night of streaming to look forward to tonight. So we were kind of the warm up for everybody.
And now we're going to hit the hot tub.
Yeah, we're going to probably hit the hot tub. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Okay. So guys, thanks to all of you for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate it. Congratulations to our winners. Those will go out this week. And
probably honestly Friday, to be very honest. That's our next very down day.
And I'll send you guys tracking for all that so you know what to look out for.
Thanks for tuning in.
Look at this one, Canadian Chris. Look out. Producer might substitute for you someday. Well done, you two.
Wow.
Well, I think we want to do some of those mystery boxes with you and Lauren and kind of mix it up a little bit. So yeah, I think that might actually be happening.
We've been talking about that. And also, wouldn't it be fun if I had a microphone behind the camera? Don't you think that would be so much fun?
We're working on that's an investment of equipment. So we're working on that.
Listen, we've invested in a lot of stuff and I've been very supportive. I think I need my own microphone.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And cheers, and we'll see you tomorrow's video. And I don't know when we'll stream again. Probably the next time we stream will be with Sugar Kitty for Scotch.
Maybe next Tuesday.
We'll see. If we're around next Tuesday, maybe the two of us will stream again, or maybe Wednesday because Bourbon Note is off these 2 weeks.
Oh,
so Wednesday might be
and
a
Lauren's
nice place
still in
to
London,
yeah.
so
We'll let you know.
We'll plan on it. Let's just book it right now.
Yeah, Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll
Next
put
week.
something out by Monday so everybody knows.
And come up with something good. This was fun.
Yeah, we had a good time. Thank you all for tuning in.
I like the theme. That's what I mean. I want you to have another good theme.
Okay, I'll come up with a theme.
Okay.
All right. Cheers, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Cheers.
End stream.